Unemployment, biggest worry in India, world's fastest growing economy. Huge protest by job aspirants throws life out of gear in Dharwad. Joblessness is far worse than we thought it was. More than 24 lakhs applied for 53,000 peon jobs in Rajasthan, and most of them were law graduates, engineers, MBAs, and PhDs. SSC aspirant protest. On Sunday night, more than 1,000 aspirants and teachers gathered at Ram Leela Maidan in Delhi. Every morning, we see these headlines. But these are not just headlines. Behind each line is a family, a wasted talent, a dream deferred. India is a home to 1.4 billion people. More than 65% of us are under the age of 35. That's the world's largest youth population. You would think this is our biggest threat, but here's the truth. It's turning into our biggest crisis. Every year, over 12 million young Indians enter the job market. But the economy creates barely a fraction that we can call as formal jobs. By some estimates, more than 40 million young people are unemployed right now. But it's not just only about no jobs. It's also about the wrong jobs. Even when someone manages to get hired, most are trapped in a work that doesn't match their talent or passion. A child with a gift of design ends up behind a cashier's desk. A natural leader ends up pushing file in dusty office. A brilliant problem solver is stuck delivering food on a bike. Think about it. A child who loves plant, who notices every leaf, who could have grown a profitable high-value crop someday, becomes convinced that farming is only for poor. A child with an artistic eye ends up denying that eye as future because that's how it has always been. This mismatch silently kills dreams. It wastes talent, and it is costing our nation billions in lost productivity. If we continue like this, by the year 2030, India could have over 100 million educated but unemployed young people. And that's not just an economic problem, that is a social time bomb.
Namaskar, my name is Pankaj Chakravarti, and as a co-founder of Curiosynth Education, I just want to resolve one question here today, and that is, can India's unemployment crisis ever be solved? And the answer is a big yes, but only if we can rethink how do we connect talent with opportunities. Now let's understand this better by seeing who had the similar problem before and how did they resolve it by a quick global lesson.
Take China for example. In the year 1980, they had millions of unemployed rural youth. But instead of forcing everyone into the same kind of job, China built skilled resource hub. They mapped what each province was good at, from electronics to textile, and trained young people in those exact skills. And just within a generation, they became the factory of the world. China tracks private enterprise, small businesses, and self-employed individuals as Ge, Qi, Ku. Currently, there are 52.83 million private enterprises, 114 million self-employed individuals right now in China. On an average, we can say China has about one manufacturing enterprise for every 1.6 square kilometers, and roughly one in every 3 households includes an entrepreneur or a small business owner. Or look at Finland. Instead of pushing every child to memorize textbooks, they focus on skill-based learning. Schools work with communities and industries to identify where each child's strength could flourish. That's why Finland consistently ranks among the happiest and the most productive society in the world, with some of the lowest youth unemployment rates anywhere. So for Finland, we can say every 100 graduates, about 72 secure employment within a year, and this figure can be as high as 90%. This can only happen when you absolutely love what you do. Meanwhile, India, with far bigger resources and far richer diversity, has yet to connect the dots. We have fertile land, but uninterested children in farming. We have artisan families, but their kids drift away from the craft because nobody polished their innate talents and connected it with their family heritage. We have millions and millions of tech savvy kids here in India, but no structured training to align them with the global digital demand. Don't you think something is really going wrong right under our nose?
So the question is not about India's talent, but it's all about, will we finally build a system that connects talent to opportunities, and that too right from the childhood? And that's where our solution comes in.
Introducing Multiple Intelligence Mapping by Howard Gardner, a ray of hope. The spark is multiple intelligence analysis developed by psychologist Howard Gardner. It reminds us that intelligence is not just a single test score. Children have different strengths, from sensing nature to visualizing design, from rhythm to leadership. And when we measure those strengths early, then we can give each child a pathway that matches who they are.
At Curiosynth, we build on that idea. We map each and every child's multiple intelligence profile and link it with the real available resources at their home or at their community. And that's where the transformation begins. Let's understand this with some real life inspired scenarios.
Ravi always loved taking things apart. His family ran a roadside repairing garage. The school's MI screening flagged high mechanical and logical aptitude in Ravi. The school's small system and LOT basic lab taught Ravi how to diagnose tools, basic sensors, and how to test electronics. The local panchayat supported Ravi's father with a micro grant to buy a diagnosis scanner and a training drone. Now Ravi's garage expanded to include precision diagnosis of crop and a drone-based inspection for nearby farm. This news spread like a wildfire in all the neighboring villages. Ravi now runs a small team of trained apprentices from nearby villages, and he is just in his first year of college. All of Ravi's friends who left for cities for better jobs now see a tech-enabled future at home. Ria learned coloring and painting by watching her father paint signboards. She loved composing but assumed painting was a family survival job. After MI mapping at her school, they offered a combined module to Ria, traditional art plus digital portfolio. Ria learned how to photograph her work, digitize patterns. She made small, simple mock-ups for fabrics and gift items and list design online. One day, a buyer in the nearby city ordered a small batch of printed cushions. This helped Ria to set up a small micro studio at home. She hired young women from neighborhood villages to finish her orders and soon started teaching short weekend courses to other teens. Finally, her father's craft got respect. Income rose, and the village gained micro jobs in production and delivery.
These are not fairy tales. These are repeatable micro pathways. Identifying the strength, training quickly, connecting with real resource, plug in with real buyers, and then finally scaling modestly. Each success story creates an ample amount of job all around it. Packers, movers, accountants, web store managers, teachers, and the list goes on and on. A breakthrough solution that can be implemented right from today. Imagine a national educational model, scalable within 6 months, costing less than a state's half-yearly budget. And here's to end India's unemployment crisis forever? Yes. And here's the step-by-step plan to do so.
There are four main components and three main stages in this model. The four components are school, the most important one, then comes parents and the child, local governing body, and finally the technology. And the three main stages are school MI registered, mobile plus offline. Teacher records simple MI skills, portfolios and family resource entry through photos and short rubrics. Stage 2, secure family resource mapper. One-page household asset inventory like land, tools, trade, raw materials, mentors, etc. Stage 3, refinement by AI matching engine. A customized AI engine that reads MI profile, maps it with the local resources, and adds up local market data to generate a customized career growth plan for the child as well as for the family. It also formulates micro modules to run within their mapped resources, suggests market links and KPI milestone, and it does all that keeping the personal privacy in mind. The AI engine creates a skill resource alignment score and a 12-month plan. It also creates training modules, schedules, mentor meeting, market access, and small finance or buyer link. School trains, updates simple outcomes like sales, internship, hiring, in collaboration with the family and with the child. And the AI fine-tunes each into customized plan. That's it. Why this model will work. This model fixes three broken things all at once. It gives youth the right skill right from their childhood. It links those skills to the real local resources, and it builds market pathways so that local entrepreneurs grows and hires. If it's done district by district, it becomes a self-sustaining cycle. Trained youth build local businesses. Local demand grows. More training slots opens. More jobs. Over the time, migration drops and community thrives. The power of this model. Every child gets suited to what's immediately around them. No disconnection between education and life. Family pride and cooperation increases. Since parents see their work getting dignified and future-proof, dreams scale up. Children imagine smart farming or digital artistry, not just farming or just painting. Community multiplier effect. If one youth builds a profitable venture from the local roots, others sees it possible and follows. Scope and viability of this program in India is enormous, and it could reduce unemployment massively because every family in India carries a hidden treasure. A patch of farmland, a small trade, a craft passed down, or a skill in service. Yet for generations, children were told to leave these roots behind, to chase a distant government job, or to migrate to cities. What if instead school became the bridge between the natural intelligence and their family's own resources? Imagine a child's gift for pattern linked to their father's craft, or a boy's knack for mechanics connected to the village workshop. It doesn't take $1 billion infrastructure, just 4 simple shifts. School that identifies every child's unique strength, community that maps their own resources, lessons that upgrade traditional skill with modern science and tech, and mentors who blend wisdom with innovation, and the outcome would be powerful. Children would leave school with a roadmap, not with confusion. Parents find dignity in their work. Village turns into hub of opportunities. And over a single decade, migration pressure eases down. Job multiplies and a self-sustaining local economy rises, with school as a heart center for all of it, not as an exam factory, but as an incubator of a future where no child is left unseen.
At Curiosynth, we have been plotting MI map micro modules and school-led resources for ages now, in classroom as well as in communities. And we have seen some extraordinary results. Life change, family stabilizes, job created in local community. And today, we are ready to take the system anywhere in the world. One state at a time, one district at a time, one school at a time. And to prove that this unique approach will not only reduce unemployment here in India and anywhere in the world drastically, but will also create local prosperity. And for parents, those who want to know about their child in action strength and how to connect it with global opportunities, book your one-on-one MI analysis session today at Curiosynth.com. The link is there in the description. And my message to all the honorable schools, government and policymakers: we have a ready pilot package with curriculum, teachers training, evaluation matrix and a software to scale up. So please do inquire about our pilot package in our website today. This is more than policy. This is about writing the future of our nation, a moral duty that we almost forgot. Because once we transform the way we teach, once we connect each and every child's multiple intelligence with the resources available at home, we not just fight unemployment, we restore dignity, we restore hope, and we create possibilities for crores and crores of families. If we can map the skill of every child and align them with the resources around them, India won't just fight unemployment, India will become unstoppable. That's why I invite you to join this movement and subscribe to this channel, because here we just don't talk about problems and highlight them. Here we create concrete, doable solutions to the world's toughest challenges. And in our next video, we'll take on another global crisis head on. Until then, thank you and namaskar. The journey starts here right now. Let's build this unstoppable future together. Jai Hind.